Hey guys, my name is Gaming and today I'm back with another video, and today I'm back with part 7 on my F1 2019 career mode here in Canada with the Williams once again. If you didn't watch the last video, it was the Monaco Grand Prix. Fantastic result there, and we also purchased the major front downforce upgrade. But yeah, a very good result in Monaco. But yeah, after practice we get a pretty decent amount of resource points. We're not going to do the qualifying pace this time out because I know we did it in Monaco, we did pass it in Monaco, but I don't think I'll be passing it this time because the AI didn't have as much pace as they did in Monaco. So we did get a pretty decent amount of resource points. That might be enough for another minor upgrade to come to the car. Yes, it is. It's 729 resource points, and yeah, pretty decent amount of points. We could go for that minor upgrade, which we was tempted to go for, but I think we're going to save our points and go for this major rear downforce upgrade. But anyway, let's go into qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix.
Hello and welcome from the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, home to the Canadian Grand Prix, for today's qualifying session. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong, and that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
So here we are at the end of our first run in Q1. I think this is our first run anyway. Yeah, it is our first run. Anyway, at the end of it, we set a 1:11.8, I'm pretty sure, 1.5 seconds slower than Hamilton. But at the end of Q1, it puts us down to P14. We've got 1.5 minutes to set our flying lap as we go through the final chicane. This will be our final lap in Q1. Will it be able to be enough to get us into Q2? Hopefully, going over the line. How are we going? We go fast already into turn 1, and in the first sector we're green by a couple of attempts, and that's actually a pretty decent amount of attempts. I think it's like 3 or 4. End of the second sector, we're still fast. I think it actually says 2 attempts. That's what I meant to start off with. But going up to the line, we're 7 attempts faster. Up to the line, we go P8 with 10 seconds left. Is that enough to get us into Q2 for the third time this season? I think no, for the second time this season. Yes, it is. We go P9, and our teammate also managed to get through in 14th place. But Perez, Magnussen, Sainz, Norris, and Hulkenberg are all the people to be knocked out of qualifying in Q1. So that is fantastic qualifying from both the Williams there. Even our teammate managed to get through. I think that's our best qualifying as a team ever in this career mode. So that is taken 7 rounds, but it's like Canada, one of my favourite tracks. But this is our first run in Q2, losing the back end there on the exit of the chicane. The final 2 couple of corners, we set 1:12.8. That was an awful lap time. But with 50 seconds left, we're stuck behind Albon here. But this will be our final lap in qualifying, one of our fastest laps, hopefully faster than what we did in Q1, because the track has evolved and stuff. But we got stuck behind Albon, which through the corners will be hindering us. But as it comes down to the straight, we should be faster. So we're going a little bit red on the apex of the corner, but we are green heading towards turn 3 and 4. We're still green though by a couple of attempts, so we go to the end of the first sector. I think that says 2 attempts we're up by. Still behind Albon, which isn't actually causing us that much damage time-wise or aerodynamics-wise. So he's kind of pulling us along. And now with DRS and slipstream, we get again a little bit more extra time thanks to the Toro Rosso driver there, as qualifying is basically complete now. Whatever lap times we set here will be the decided lap time. Still behind him at the end of the second sector, was with 5 tenths clear, I'm pretty sure. Now into the hairpin, getting very close to the braking. Can we get a better exit? We won't be able to pass him going before we get to the double chicane. That's where we need to be able to pass him, because we might lose some time as we are stuck behind this slipstream. It's going to gain us quite a lot of time here. So cheers, Albon. Are we going to go up his inside? We are going to catch him before we get to the chicane. Braking a little bit later, going to go from more shallow line, straight to line, get an exceeding track limits. We're over a second faster, onto the line. Where's he going to put us for qualifying 2? It's going to be P11 for the Canadian Grand Prix. I will take that. I actually will take that, because P11 is better than starting like 8th or 9th or 10th, because you get a free choice of tyres. Because if I go into Q3, I would have to pick new tyres. We do get out qualified by our teammates, which is a bit unfortunate. But Daniel Ricciardo, Butler, Kimi Raikkonen, and I don't know who else is not. I think maybe Roman Grosjean. No, Roman Grosjean's third. How did he get third in that session? It's actually Alex Albon. I forgot about him completely, and he was the reason we got in like 11th basically. So cheers for him. Well, cheers to him. But yeah, he's out of the qualifying. But unfortunately. We don't manage to wrap up our rivalry just yet going in qualifying. We get out qualified by George Russell, so he's managed to close the gap by 1 point, but we're only 1 point away from safety. So hopefully that can come after the race, and we get 178 points. That's enough to move us up to 905 resource points in total. So that is fantastic there. We're getting towards the veteran bit a little bit more, and hopefully we can carry that pace from qualifying into the race. It is Canada, my favourite track, so I hope, and well, I probably will be able to carry that pace. But let's go into the race for the Canadian Grand Prix.
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average lap speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. Let's start with Racing Point. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, and Gasly, Stroll, Weber, Grosjean, and George Russell, Joker, Ricciardo, Devon Butler, and Raikkonen. Albon, Perez, Kevin Magnussen, and Carlos Sainz. Norris and Nico Hülkenberg completes the grid, and with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So here we are sat on the grid ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix. Our team only managed to qualify in P10, so that's pretty decent. It's going to be a two-stop strategy for us here, going on the fastest tyre right at the end of the soft tyres. I was going to try and do a one-stop, but in the end it just proved to be a bit slower than we was already doing. And Canada is not like Monaco. You can't hold track position just as easy. And also I feel like I got quite a good pace around Canada. Like I've already said, it's my favourite track. I feel like it's the best track I do the best at. So hopefully we'll be able to continue our qualifying pace into this race. And hopefully we can qualify. We can finish the race with a really good result, just like we did in Monaco. It's going to be harder because it's easier to overtake here, and it's not as the conditions aren't as weird as they were in Monaco. But hopefully we should be able to do it. Yeah, all we have to do is try and get past our teammate. As long as we beat our teammate, we should win the rivalry. But we definitely will win the rivalry between us. In the main menu little area, I mean, we should get like a little bit more to a veteran. But as we are lining up on the grid ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix, we should have some excitement here, as we've got 5 lights ahead of the Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go, and once again with an awful start. The AI is just so good on their starts compared to the normal driver as we're at the inside. And Albon, Butler, I mean, has just dive bomb everyone. He's already going side by side with Lance Stroll, just like we are with Roman Grosjean. I'm pretty sure this is. Yes, quite a good battle here. We're going to go round the outside into turn 3, have the inside line for turn 4, and there we go. What a move! Quite a lovely move that, if I do say so myself. We're still stuck behind the home hero, the Canadian Lance Stroll. We go up his inside, squeeze him out on the exit a little bit, and there we are into P9. Devin Butler's next as we lunge up inside into the hairpin in turn 1. A little bit of argy-bargy, a little bit of contact. I think he lost some of his front wing or not, I don't know. We've got a little bit of wear on our power unit, but it's all good as we are up into P8. And on lap 2, our other F2 rival, Lucas Faber, we're now going past into the hairpin like we did on Devin Butler. I mean, he's actually had a better exit than us. He's going to have a little run us down the start, the back straight. On the way to the chicane, we're going to have the, we're actually going to pull back into a slipstream. We might have the outside line for the chicane, or unless we go a bit slower, gets a better exit than him. Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut the corner a little bit there. We're going to have a better exit and hopefully have the run into the inside line for turn 2. Oh yes, we are going to be in the slipstream. We're going to pull out up the inside into turn 1, and then we squeeze him out before turn 2, and then completely block him there on the apex of turn 2. But lap 7, Pierre Gasly's down to for his pit stop, a very early pit stop there, as he was on the softs and now he's gone on to mediums. I'm pretty sure he's either mediums or another set of softs, but that moves up into P6 for this Canadian Grand Prix so far. At the end of lap 8, the next lap, Verstappen, the 2 Red Bulls pitted earlier than most other cars, so that's us up 2-3 positions. We're only up there, in those positions on paper, as well as Vettel, and Bottas is now in for their pit stop a lap later. So the soft tyres are wearing out about lap 10, and everyone's going for their pit stop, so is Charles Leclerc. We're still going to go for another couple more laps. So lap 13 is when we're coming in for ours. But lap 11, Charles Leclerc already caught us back up here, as we're currently, actually no, it's Valtteri Bottas. But he's going to put it in lean, put it in, save some ERS while he overtakes us, and save some fuel as well. But speaking of which, Charles Leclerc, as Kimi Raikkonen is now with the Canadian Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc's caught the back of us on lap 12 here. But this is what happened to Kimi Raikkonen. He's held up, I think it's Stroll, who's ploughed into the back of him, lost some of his front wing, but once again Kimi Raikkonen's had another retirement. He's had no luck with retirements this Grand Prix, but we're going to put it in lean and no, none ERS. Charles Leclerc's just going to plough past us, but no point fighting these guys. It's just going to hold us up in a battle behind us. As on lap 13, we're coming in this lap, I'm pretty sure. We did the same as what we've done with Bottas and Charles Leclerc, and just let Vettel go past us there. But lap 13, we are in for our first pit stop, and we're going to go for another set of softs. Just for now, as Valtteri Bottas sets the fastest lap with 1:13 something. But yeah, should be going on. Well, it's going to do a 2-stop strategy in this Grand Prix. We actually our pit box is actually quite far down. Well, 1.7 second pit stop, another great one from the Williams team there. Like, it's so good. We gained like nearly a second each on like the driver on each pit stop. We've actually managed to gain so much time. We've jumped Verstappen in the pit stop. We've got back out ahead of Verstappen. It's now 14. Pierre Gasly, he went on to another set of soft, what an idiot. He's now going for his second pit stop, and he might be doing a 3 stop as lap 19 now. We'll be able to jump Sebastian Vettel's. He's coming out the pits. He's just managed to get in front of us in turn 2 there. So we've only jumped one of the Red Bulls as it stands. But lap 26, we're coming in for our final pit stop. We're miles ahead of Verstappen. He's already made his second pit stop. Will we get in front of the Dutch driver here? Maybe even the French driver. We might be able to gain some time on the French driver. Hopefully it is. We've already had our pit stop. Where is Verstappen? I think he's just coming down the start finish straight now. We've already come out of the pits. We're going to be out ahead of both the Red Bulls. What? Jesus Christ. But this is my fastest lap. Lap 28. We've done an out lap. And this is our first lap that we can properly attack on these soft tyres. And it's going to be, well, hopefully the fastest lap. And it's also, if we stay in the points, it's going to gain us an extra point in the championship. So going through turn 1 and 2. Going to use as much curve on the turn 3, I mean. Using as much curve as possible, and in the first sector with green, not purple as it stands, but hopefully we can combine all the 3 sectors and get a purple lap time here in Canada. And no one else is going to probably challenge us for the point, as it's nearly the end of the Grand Prix. No one's got new tyres to put on, so we should probably be fine if we do set a purple lap time. But up to the end of the second sector, we're about 8 temps up there, I think that says. on our previous best, and that should be us. Hopefully, as we get a good exit from the chicane, from the hairpin, hopefully we get a good run through the chicane. That's where we can make or break our lap. We can either cut the corner too much and lose as much time as, well, we might get our lap excluded, or we just, well, we're actually going to not absolutely destroy that, blow it up to the line. We're going to take the racing line. We're not even going to go for the fast line. We set a fastest lap. We set a 1:12.3, and we go purple in the last sector. But lap 35, Lewis Hamilton's going to come home to win the Canadian Grand Prix, closely followed by our teammate who's in 10th. He's been lapped, and that's his first points of the season for George Russell. What a result for our teammate. And it's going to be a good result for Williams here, as I'm still in P5, miles ahead of Verstappen. And wow, like, just a wow, as we're coming around and weaving down the start-finish straight. We're going to come home for a P5 for this Canadian Grand Prix. What a result, what a result indeed. Oh, that is so good, especially with that result in Monaco as well. The season is just going, like, this is actually going very well this season. I thought it'd be a lot harder than this. But yeah, hopefully by the end of the season we should be fighting with the top of the midfield. Next season hopefully we'll be fighting with the, like, be winning races next season. But Mercedes win once again in this season. It's either Ferrari or a Mercedes who are winning in this F1 2019 season, in this first season anyway. No Red Bull wins yet, but it's Lewis Hamilton's back on winning ways, as Valtteri Bottas has been dominating the last couple of Grand Prix, I feel. But yeah, Charles Leclerc also on the podium. No Sebastian Vettel. I think he came 4th, so he just missed out on the podium positions there. Unlucky for the German, but in real life he had a bit of controversy at this track, so yeah, hey ho. But yeah, good Grand Prix. Good Williams all round. I think that moves George Russell up a couple of positions in the championship for him. So that's fantastic. We come 5th. He comes 10th. We'll be able to see the standings quite soon. Hopefully, yes, we will. We are currently P8 now. We've moved up into 8th place, just behind Perez, who is best of the rest, basically. Perez is anyway. Championship constructors wise should be good. But George Russell actually stays in 18th place, but he's moved up ahead of Carlos Sainz and Kimi Raikkonen. Still get to get a point, but it's the only person to not get a point yet. We've also moved up into P6 in the Constructors' Championship, which is fantastic. So yeah, this is going so well, but now Claire wants to speak to us after this Canadian Grand Prix. You had some experience with Devin Butler's fast, aggressive style. Any advice for the driver when he passed today? You have to be as determined as he is. It helps to have a great car you can rely on. That's what I think I'll put. Makes our rep with Williams go up. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy? Foot to the floor. The aero package is fantastic. It's the best in the field. It's not the best yet, but hopefully it should be soon. Things look close between you and George Russell for a bit, but you came out on top. That's referring to the championship rivalry. I mean, I said he's a great driver. I think we both learnt from it. So that's more sportsmanship direction going towards you. So you must be ecstatic with how you're performing. I'm really glad I could live up to the expectations. There's not much expectations after the 2018 season for Williams, but in Williams as a whole, there's a lot of expectations. So I'm glad to be living up to him. We've definitely won our rivalry with George Russell there, so I'm glad of that. We're also going to get a pretty decent amount of resource points from this Grand Prix. How many will we get? We didn't get 100 for clean laps, but how many will we get? We will also get 250 because we won that rivalry. We're going to get 670. That moves up to 1,500 resource points in total. Sportsmanship's moving towards that left-hand side there, which is everything's just looking up for this season so far. We got another transcript from Lucas Weber. That was a good race for Christopher Arfield. Are you proud? What kind of teammate would I be if I wasn't? Did much better in today's race than he did in qualifying. Even Devin Butler's giving us like a pretty decent answer there. So maybe he's calmed down with hating us so much. Hopefully, at least, anyway. But hey, we are going to get another upgrade on our car, more than likely before the end of this Canadian Grand Prix. And if I can remember rightly, I think it's going to be that aerodynamic upgrade for the rear downforce, the major upgrade there. That's what we're going to go with. 1,114 resource points just been purchased, just been spent on purchasing that rear downforce. So that should be on the car for Britain. The front downforce should be on the car for Austria in 2 races time. So hopefully they both don't fail, because otherwise that's going to be quite an expensive repair job. I think if they fail, I think it'll be like 500 more resource points each. So that's £1,000 that we'll have to be spending. We've almost got enough for yeah, we've also nearly got enough for a minor upgrade. Just as we moved ahead of Toro Rosso now, we are now not the slowest car. Don't think we was anyway going into this Grand Prix. But me and Williams and Alfa Romeo, the upgrade rate is basically the same between both of us there. So we hopefully can catch McLaren, who's a little bit of a chunk ahead of us. Hopefully we can leave Toro Rosso behind us and overtake Alfa Romeo, and then catch and leave McLaren in our dust as well. That's what hopefully should happen. Well, that's what I would like to happen throughout this career mode, especially in development race anyway. We're going to go and set, well, not set, but put a new component on the car. A couple more new opponents, are we? We're going to change the components, but we're not going to go with the first one. We're going to go to the 5th one, the latest one, because the internal combustion unit as well as the MGU-H, they're both wearing a lot more than the other components on our car. So it's yeah, they need to be probably durability upgraded anyway. But anyway, that's gonna be the end of this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. That was the Canadian Grand Prix. Next up is the French Grand Prix, where hopefully we can continue this points run. But I've been Serious Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.